Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're stepping into the high-stakes world of Judge Raquel West's courtroom. The air in here is thick with tension. The docket is a heavy one, featuring charges from burglary and retaliation to weapons possession, and even injury to a child. What immediately stands out is Judge West's command of the room. She's calm, her voice is steady, but there's an undeniable firmness that leaves no room for misunderstanding. The defendants are about to learn a crucial lesson. Freedom, once you've made bond, comes with conditions, and the primary condition is taking your defense seriously. If you can't prove you're actively trying to hire a lawyer, one wrong move, one flimsy excuse, could mean a swift return to a jail cell. First up is Benania Glouston, charged with burglary of a habitation. She mentions a court-appointed lawyer, but Judge West quickly clarifies the new rules. Now that Ms. Glouston has made bond, the responsibility shifts. The court automatically assigns a lawyer when you're in custody, but out on bond, you're expected to hire your own. Judge West gives her a 30-day reset, but with a clear order. I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. She explains that lawyers have different fees and payment plans, so it's about doing the homework. And the warning is stark. Fail to do this, and your bond could be raised, sending you right back to jail for not following a court order. Ms. Glouston seems to understand. The message is clear from the very first case. This judge means business. Next, we hear the name Ronnie Green called out. No response. Judge West doesn't miss a beat. His bond is immediately forfeited for non-appearance and reset at a staggering $100,000. A powerful, unspoken message to everyone else in the room. Show up, or face severe consequences. Then, Kelby Blanchett approaches, facing a third-degree felony for obstruction or retaliation. He gets the exact same speech as the defendant before him. 30 days to hire a lawyer. If he can't, he must meet with at least 3 and bring back their names as proof of his effort. Judge West repeats the warning, almost word for word, file to complete, and your bond will be raised. This repetition isn't just for emphasis. It's a demonstration of unwavering consistency. Every single person hears the same rules, leaving no room for claims of ignorance later. Then we meet Samuel Cadena. He's a step ahead. When the judge asks if he's hired a lawyer, he says, "Not yet, ma'am. I did get a list of lawyers that I talked to." He then names them Alan Parker, Walker Law, and several others. This is exactly what the judge asked for. You can hear a subtle shift in her tone. She asks who he's leaning towards, and he mentions Mr. Parker but needs more time to raise the money. For his effort, he's rewarded. "Thank you for doing what I asked you to," Judge West says, granting him another 30 days. This is a key moment. It shows that while the judge is strict, she's also fair. Effort is recognized and rewarded with a little more leeway. Mr. Cadena demonstrated he was taking the process seriously, and that made all the difference. But the next case shows what happens when you don't. Diamond James steps up. When asked about her efforts to hire a lawyer, she says she called a lot of them but left the list at home because she had to work. Judge West immediately pushes back. "Where are you working?" she asks. Ms. James explains she's trying to save up for a lawyer who wants a $1,500 retainer. The judge isn't entirely unsympathetic. She gives her one more 30-day reset but adds a new condition. "If you make payments, bring me receipts of those payments. I want to know that you're saving the money." The excuse of work isn't enough. The judge wants tangible proof of her commitment. It's a masterclass in holding people accountable while still giving them a chance to comply. The stakes get even higher with the next defendant, Kingston Walker. He's not just facing one charge, but 2 felonies. Tampering with evidence and possession of a prohibited weapon. With double the trouble, you'd think the pressure would be immense. But Judge West's approach remains unchanged. She delivers the same standardized instruction. 30 days, hire a lawyer, and if you can't, bring back the names of 3 you've spoken to. The threat of a raised bond and a return to jail is repeated, just as it was for everyone else. This consistency is the backbone of her courtroom. It doesn't matter if you have 1 charge or 2, whether it's your first appearance or your 5th. The rules of the court apply equally to all. Next is Tyron Williams, charged with a 3rd felony DWI. He tells the judge he's already in the process of hiring a lawyer, Benjamin Jeff, but just needs to pay him. Judge West grants him the 30 days to finalize the arrangement, but she doesn't stop there. She remembers the specifics of his case and asks if he has the mandated ignition interlock device on his vehicle. He confirms he does. Make sure you keep that up and don't drive any vehicle that does not have that on it, she warns. It's a crucial reminder that complying with one court order doesn't excuse you from the others. Every condition of his bond must be met, and she's making sure he knows she's watching. Then, Diamond Dolly approaches the stand. There's a moment of confusion. The judge feels like she's seen her before, but the paperwork says it's an initial appearance. It turns out, Ms. Ali has been out on bond, but hasn't made any effort to hire a lawyer yet. She's facing a state jail felony for injury to a child, a very serious charge. Once again, Judge West lays out the exact same requirements. 30 days. Talk to 3 lawyers. Bring back their names. The warning about her bond being raised and going back to jail is delivered with the same calm authority. Even with a charge as severe as this one, the process remains the same. The judge's focus is singular, ensuring the defendant is taking the necessary steps for their legal defense. Finally, we have Chrisara Bennett, facing a felony charge for credit or debit card abuse. Judge West recognizes her name, and Ms. Bennett gets the familiar speech. As she gives the instructions, the judge adds a little commentary. I know you've heard this before, but nobody can ever say I didn't tell everybody. This line perfectly encapsulates her entire philosophy. She is building a record of explicit, repeated warnings. No one who ends up back in jail can claim they weren't told. It's a system built on clarity and accountability. As the session concludes, a clear pattern has emerged. Judge Raquel West runs a courtroom with an iron will, tempered by procedural fairness. Every defendant, regardless of their charge, is given the same clear path forward and the same stark warning. There are no shortcuts and no excuses. You either follow the rules or you face the consequences. For those of us watching, it's a fascinating look at how one judge's unwavering consistency and authority can bring order to the inherent chaos of the justice system. It's a powerful lesson in responsibility. Thanks for tuning in today. If you found this glimpse into the courtroom as compelling as I did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. We'll see you then.